Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood. This is their part number 47. The 47 is a classic, typical, common, maybe not classic, but it is a ubiquitous push bar is what it is. The 47 is just simply 1-inch diameter material that has a particular dimension for projection and for clearance. Is available in different base materials and therefore different finishes, and it can be ordered in any horizontal center to center that you require. There's really nothing different about this being a pull handle, except when it gets this long and you put them horizontally, they become a push bar. So very typical for use on aluminum storefront is really where you're going to see this. Nothing preventing you from using it on another door type, but vestibule exterior aluminum storefront I think is really where you'd see this sort of item. So this is a 47, and a 47 means in particular that the diameter of the bar again is 1 inch. Okay, this has a projection of 2.5 inch, maybe 2 3/4. We're going to look at the drawing. Yeah, maybe 2 3/4 with a clearance of 1 3/4. Sure. So it's 2 3/4 projection, 1 3/4 clearance. Again, 1 inch diameter. This center to center happens to be 36 inch. That's exactly what the client asked for. I would say that your more common sizes would be 33, 32, 29, depending on how large the stiles are. 36 inch is certainly will be too large for a 3-foot door. I believe this client literally has 3-foot 4 doors with 4-inch stiles, and I would have made the center 35 inch for that application so that I have the mounting point equal in the stiles, even though the stiles are 4 inch, but from the push side the stop is going to encroach into that space, so visually it won't look when the door is closed that it's in the center, even though it's not in the center. This will be in the center when you open the door. It'll be centered, but when you close the door it won't appear to be centered. I would have opted for what that door would look like in elevation. Doesn't really matter, just a nuance. So you can order this any center to center that you want, the center of one hole to the center of the other hole. This is 629. This is a solid bar of stainless steel and a polished finish. A very durable finish in the sense that they've done nothing to the base material other than polish it. They can polish it, they can brush it to give you a satin or a polished finish. The point of the matter is there's no plating here to wear off with time. Sure, the luster is going to decrease, but you're not going to have plating that's going to be coming off, is the bottom line. Very heavy. Weighs 9.9 pounds. It's basically a 10-pound bar in this 36-inch length. Now, this client ordered the material with a Type 12 HD mount, and I'm going to show you what the client ordered for a mount package, and then we will switch to the screen view and take a closer look at the sporting documentation. A Type 12 is just a decorative cap. Okay, Type 12 is nice because it looks more finished, more refined, more elegant. This will feature a threaded bolt, just a piece of threaded rod that you will then bolt through the door and into the hole that's tapped back here. So your exterior is going to look like, your exterior is going to look like that. Not going to have a finish or countersunk washer with a Phillips drive flathead machine screw. This happens to be a 12 HD, and the difference between the 12 and the 12 HD is the diameter of the threaded rod. The HD, heavy duty, has a thicker rod, and it is 5/16 18 thread type. You can also do these as an XHD, which would be 3/8, although I don't think it's available as an option on the 47. Now, in summary, on those different mount types, you're going to have a Type 12, Type 12 HD, Type 12 XHD, quarter 20, 5/16, 18, and then 3/8, 16. Type 12, Type 12 HD, Type 12X HD, you know, small, medium, large in terms of the diameter. This is the HD 5/16. So that talks about what the client ordered. We went with the thickest bolt we could. I don't think that they'll do an XHD on this, as I had said earlier. Although they might. We can look at that if we have a moment at the end of this video. Let's switch to the screen view and take a closer look at the supporting documentation. Okay, so this is the item that we are here looking at. This happens to be a 24-inch. It's just for the sake of this video, really. Rockwood 47 and a 629. So first of all, the Rockwood 47 can be done in lots of different finishes. And let's just take a look real quick at what that would be. Rockwood 47 push. So we can do these in a powder-coated, oil-rubbed bronze equivalent. We can do them in certainly a black. You know what, this will be, this will take far too long to look at it online because of, let's just look at the cut sheet is what we'll end up doing for the finishes. But suffice it to say, anything that Rockwood can do on brass or bronze or stainless, and they can do these out of aluminum as well. Anodized finishes, powder-coated finishes, polished, satin, oil-rubbed, your brasses, your bronze, your chromes, your nickels. You know, anything can really be done. You want these in antique nickel? Rockwood can certainly do that as well. They're exceptional when it comes to being agreeable, when it comes to entertaining odd requests or uncommon requests. Probably the only thing they won't do is polished chrome because they will tell you just use polished stainless, reducing the risk of that plating coming off, which it will come off. It's just a plating. So let's take a look. 1-inch diameter. Projection is indeed 2 3/4 inch and 3/4 clearance. Let's go through these links. Product brochure. This is going to show us the 47. Not much here to say. It's just a cut sheet, which is actually here. And here is our 47 series. Aluminum, brass, bronze, stainless. You can also, and I didn't mention that you can do micro shield as well, which is a antimicrobial coating. You can also do the stainless in a 3/16 stainless. So if you have an application that will be, you know, in a very high moisture environment, you probably want to go right to 3/16, a much higher caliber of stainless steel. White, red, black powder coat. These are just colors that they put here. Powder coat being paint, they could probably entertain other finishes as well. That is your cut sheet for that. So we're really dealing here with a 47-PB is what we're doing. And when they add the 2 and the 3, all they're doing is putting 2 bars or 3 bars. It's the same. They're just duplicating the quantity of bars. Then the 48 is a 3/4 diameter rather than a 1-inch diameter. Looking at the cut sheet, this is going to be the same sort of information. Might just be a little bit more portable in terms of a document. Template, a very quick technical drawing. There's not a lot to this. Projection, you therefore know the clearance. Your center to center you specify. Mounting options. Now, this shows the possibilities that you can do on this bar. They do list a 12X HD, so there you go. So a Type 1 with just a flat head machine screw with a countersunk or finish washer. A Type 12, same concept, decorative. Type 15 is the same as a 12, but for a glass door, except it will include washers and a bushing that you would need for a glass application. You can do surface concealed models, assuming your door has been properly reinforced. You can do a Type 6 or a Type 17, single cone head or double cone head. A Type 8 would be for a wood door with this knife thread insert. And I would encourage you to stay or steer clear from surface concealed when you have a wood door or a metal or aluminum door that's not been reinforced. I just don't believe that they're going to survive long term, even though you see them all the time. But I can tell you from my experience, I sell lots of replacement bolts and I see lots of stripped out holes. Back to back, you can do a Type 5 with a single cone head. You can also do a double cone head as well on that. And we'll look up and see what that is. You can do two cones as you can do on the Type 17 for a through bolt. And then again, Type 13 is going to be the same, just with a glass door and then the washers and the bushings. Okay, available finishes. Okay, so now I'm going to look up what that type is when it's a back-to-back double cone bolt. We'll get to that in a moment. And then the available finishes. This is just a finish chart from Rockwood. Unfortunately, they don't have color swatches of their dark bronze anodized and black anodized, or aluminum, unfortunately, but nonetheless, dark bronze anodized aluminum. It's the most common aluminum storefront that you'll see. Now, there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page. When we click on that, the manufacturer's page will eventually load. Let's take a look. And when that page loads, we're going to be able to take a look at not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And that will have the 47 and all of its sister products in it. There's also an architectural door pulls catalog that's here as well, and that document is 100+ pages of variations of push and pull bars. So if a 47 is not what you want, because you're looking for something possibly a bit more decorative or more unique to your application, this would be the governing document and very much what you'd want to review. You can see there's just tremendous options that are listed here. Now there's also a link to the mounting kit parts master table, and that document will allow us to review, well, the document is more for our internal use, but will show us mounting types. But what I'm driving at is that Type 16, which is the double cone bolt, and then the Type 18 can be done on the 47 as well. Speaking of the mounting types, at the back of this, or the rear section of this catalog, is where all the bolts and the constituent parts when it comes to mounting this hardware can be reviewed. Their part numbers can be picked up, things of that nature. That can all be reviewed. Okay, so this client with his Type 12 HD, if you needed to purchase that bolt set only, it'd be an SP1055. Okay, it's a 12 HD. You'd define your finish, you'd define your door thickness. If you don't define the door thickness, they're going to send a 2 1/4 inch length threaded rod. Well, it might be actually longer than that. Yeah, it is. It's closer to 2.5, 2 7/16. And that's assuming that assumes you have an 1 3/4 door thickness is the bottom line there. Okay, let's wrap up this video on camera. Okay, in conclusion, we are certainly looking at a very high quality piece of equipment, even though it's rather utilitarian. You know, just a piece of solid bar that's been put into a tool that obviously bends this material. I don't know what they call that tool, but there is a name for it. They manufacture grab bars in not an undissimilar way. Very heavy, being, of course, solid stainless steel. The name Rockwood is synonymous with exceptional fit and finish, and when you look at this piece of stainless, it looks like it was manufactured by someone who really understands, you know, a company who understands the manufacturing process. And also internally, the material is very well cared for, meaning when you open up the box, it doesn't look like it's bounced around on the back of every truck when it arrives to you. So when it comes to exceptional fit and finish, Rockwood is a name synonymous with that, as is exceptional customer service, tech support, prompt, reliable, predictable shipping lead times as well. A confluence of everything that you need when it comes to a trim and auxiliary hardware manufacturer. Any questions on the 47 PB, actually, and a 619, pardon me, not 619, 629 finish, or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please click subscribe as well, and even share the video with someone that you know. And if you have any questions for a future video, please send them our way and we will make every attempt to oblige. And thank you very much.